G'day guys and welcome back to GNs_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be running a bit of a fun team. This is also somewhat of a showcase for the INT Beerus at rainbow level. As you can see here I've got some decent equips on here, 20 dodge, 15 additional. But this was one of the builds I sort of talked about in my team building video. As global players we don't access to the 200%, so we've got the 150 from this Kid Gohan. Couldn't find another Kid Gohan as my friend, so we're going with the Trunks and Gohan. So what we're going to do is we're going to have support and orb changing floating. So it's sort of going to work somewhat similar, but yeah, so we've got one of our rotations pretty close to down packs straight off the bat, so that's nice. What we might do is plonk, whoops, you in there, we'll grab that with you, and then that with you. So yeah, so the mission is the ideal rotation of the INT Beerus with the STR Beerus with INT Whis popping off in that third slot. So the fact that we didn't get it right off the bat isn't that big of an issue because that's going to give us some turns to actually stack up the defense of the INT Beerus. AGL Kid Gohan putting in a little bit of work there. That's not too shabby. Honestly, this Gohan and Trunks have fallen off quite a lot. One of those units I wish that was a lot better because future Gohan aspect of the unit is super sick. But here we go. Here's our main rotation that we're talking about. So you can see we've got the 5 links here. It's obviously super duper good. What we're going to do is grab those with you, with that for you, and that will do for Piccolo. So the plan with Piccolo is literally just to get him on rotation with the other Piccolo. So let's see. So we started off with nothing crazy there. Jumps up to 2 million on that second super. Can we get the third? No, we don't. And we didn't get the dodge either. That's where I should have checked this in Beerus' defense. STR Beerus, what type of numbers? 3.3. He's sort of built middlingly. Would be nice. Like I can certainly throw Beerus in slot 1 to get him built up before he does attack, so these numbers will get a little bit higher for us. And then Piccolo copying the 2 attacks at the back end here is perfect. Getting him built up for when he's sitting alongside the STR Piccolo. So we'll leave the STR Piccolo. Piccolo shouldn't one-shot him, I don't think. Grab that, into this. And so this next rotation is the one that I was speaking about earlier. Oh, actually with the attack boost, maybe Piccolo could finish this Vegeta. But yeah, with the next rotation, it will be exactly what I was looking for in regards to the Beerus' stats. He's only had 2 of the defensive increases, so that can definitely get significantly higher. So probably the next rotation that Whis comes around will look a lot better. So here we've got the full 6 links actually. So sitting at 160k, which isn't all that crazy. What we'll do is we'll grab that. What's the STR Beerus and Whis? They're sitting at 350k. That's pretty solid. And then INT Whis 180k. He's got his chance to dodge. Let's see. I think this is a pretty powerful rotate. It's the dodges. So that's the dodges that are popping off from him getting hit last rotation. Jumps up to an 8.5 million attack stat with the chance to dodge. We are 3.5 from the Beerus, and that just shows you already how powerful the support that INT Whis is introducing. So that is pretty fire. Here, this sort of just shows the rotations that I was sort of trying to get in to position. I guess where we got STR and the Tech Piccolo both together. Once my Tech Piccolo is only 55%, might I add, so that's why his numbers might seem a little low. Plus, we're only on the double 150%. But this will be, I think, this should be the last hit that he needs to be fully built up. I think defense gets lowered, which is always an annoying ability. There you go. He had one more. You see STR Piccolo gets a little buffer there as well. From being alongside the orange Piccolo. Gets the crit and the additional. I did build mine pretty close to being full additional because I want him to get that extra defensive raise. Look at that. That worked out perfectly because that means we're going to be going into the start of next rotation with the Beerus rotation. So this next, oh no, I lied. Dang. Okay, that's a bit annoying. But what we're going to do is we'll go like that. So defense is now down to 129, which is not great. I know this is on the 150%, but that's still quite low. There's that 20 dodge that I managed to get him. Yeah, when he's taking damage here, and he's not able to get those extra supers off. So, well, he does get, I should say, he does get 150% on super. So that would have bumped up to 300 and something K. So he would have been looking a lot better. Let's check out the defense. 350K. Pretty, yeah, well, look. I've probably been harsh there because he isn't realistically not supposed to be a slot 1 unit because he is getting his defense on supers here. So I've definitely been a bit harsh on the Beerus unit there. Plus the annoying thing is that we weren't able, like we're at the start of or the end of a phase there, so he's not getting his extra defense that we would have got from performing multiple super attacks. We'll also say that we have had to go into this Legendary Vegeta event. Unfortunately, dodge. Hey, my man. Whis, yeah, I like this Whis quite a bit, even if he did take a little bit of damage there. The reason we had to come in here is because you can't actually use Beerus in red zone because he does have that nuking leader skill. So you can see we're up to 164k there. So that means 150% on super should put us up to about, oh no, that could be about 400k. Add in the 50% defensive, but yeah, no, I think this Beerus is quite good as a slot 2 defensive unit, which works because you can throw the STR Beerus in slot 1, and he's going to have that dodging ability. So let's see, there's the second super, and will we get a third? Oh, a third normal. Spewing. Third super for him would have been pretty crazy. And I can't remember, so this will be the AGL, Trunks, and Vegeta turn up next. So that means that Whis, yeah, and Whis should be on rotation perfectly next turn. So let's see. If we grab those into that, because we're not worried about you getting a super attack, and then that allows me to get the Dokkan attack off here. We should finish off Vegeta, and then hopefully start afresh on the next phase, even though the next phase is physical. So that's certainly not ideal when you've got the 2 INT units on rotation in Whis and I think it's Whis' turn, isn't it? I don't know. Now I'm confusing myself. So Piccolo, his entrance animation, I think will have worn off here, so his attack numbers might have been a little bit lower, but that doesn't matter as he gets the finish there. Oh no, I was right. So let's see. Now our defense is up to 180k. So double it is your 360 plus an extra 90 is your 450. 450 just from the his passive. So that's obviously going to be really good. I wish that there was a ton of attacks in that second slot, but not in not beforehand. You know what I mean? That's why we couldn't put him in slot 1. I would have loved to have seen how he would have tanked a super attack like this. You see, STR Beerus and Whis, they putting in a little bit of work. He's not bad on that low leader skill. If we were on JP and he had the full 200% leader skill, I think that could be spicy. And we've got 4.5 million, so that attack number's definitely increased. If we get the second super, and then can we get a third? Hey, so this is why I did want to build him additional. So that is 350% raises there. I reckon I wish you could pause mid-rotation to check out what that defense is looking like, because I think that he would be looking pretty spicy there. I think that is a pretty impressive little display right there from Beerus. So what we're going to do is get the full 24 key with you. The fact that this unit super pops up 6 million times during the rotation is likely to send me insane. So 7.77. Let's see if we can get the job done here. Nah, we're not even going to go close. Even though we do have type advantage with the... no, this is going to be donuts. This is zippy. So let's see. Does it make it over 100? No, 30. You never know with those double digits hits. Sometimes they hit 100, sometimes, I don't know, it feels a bit sporadic. But what we'll do is we'll jump into this next rotation. We'll get the... Hopefully Beerus and Whis don't get the kill so that we can get off some supers. Otherwise I might have to risk him being in slot 1 maybe. We'll just see. The only thing is we won't have any support on this next rotation. Just the orb changing there. That is a lot of attacks at the start. Do I risk it? Well, we can do... There we go. We'll do that. I won't get off the 18 key, and hopefully that will mean that we won't get the job done. The only thing is that we do have the... because we got hit last rotation, we have got the a little bit of the stats buff, and as you can see there, we got up to a 4.8. Cool. Okay, that worked out perfectly. INT Beerus doesn't do insane damage numbers, so we should hopefully still be able to get the second super off. Oh, easy, we could get the third off. My INT Beerus actually has 0 crit, so... Oh, and he dodged it anyway. Oh, you know what? That actually worked really nicely. Because that means we can come through, grab that, into that. You can see with all the extra yeah, look at that, 580k on a 150% lead each way. Yeah, with all the extra support, Piccolo easily getting to like that 24 key mark. You love to see it. Can't wait till he comes back on a banner and I'm able to get him. Dang, look at that. Yeah, his attack stat jumped up like a million too. Yeah, Whis is nice. I think Whis is going to have a place on a few teams that he, like the Realm of Gods and this Bond of Disciple. Okay, here we go. So let's have a look at this. So we're at 287k. 287k, which is huge considering we're getting 150%. So you can double it, is 260. He's going to be looking... I hope that he gets supered here, because I would love to see him tank this. That just shows you, this is why I thought this was going to be a pretty good little team. If you were able to ignore the fact that we couldn't get a friend for him. Come on, super, because the extra defensive support plays huge to this Beerus. So let's see, how much do we tank this for? Double digits. There you go. That's what I was expecting to see. I was a little bit scared to say it, just in case that wasn't the case. Yeah, there you go. You've just seen INT Beerus tank the type neutral Vegeta for double digits. So I think that this Beerus is probably an easy A that is going to be overlooked a little bit. But he's super good on global when we do get this 200% leader skill to bond of Master and Disciple. I think you're going to be able to make some fun team builds with him. So let me know your thoughts on the Beerus. Yeah, I think he's going to be an underrated easy ace. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.